Hi, this is Rizwan with Visionary English Literature. I am going to tell you about the test of D'Urberville's, the synapses and the summary of the novel with the help of the characters. So, if you want to see the characters on a slide, you can see the first one Test of D'Urberville, John D'Urberville, Miss D'Urberville, Eliza Lou, Abraham, Alec Abraham. Now, I am going to tell you when these characters are involved in a story, involved in a novel, I will tell you all of these things that who has belonged. So look at the synopsis of the novel. It passed the summary of the novel. So what is the synopsis? What will actual then? I want to tell you important thing about Hardy, but before you need to know about the synopsis of the novel. So almost outside the village of Marlet, here the story has happened in a Marlet, England. Three places are belong: Trentridge, Talbot, and Mortal in England. A Pam family, D'Urbervilles live there. Almost outside of the village of Morley, in a beautiful vale of Blackmore, a cottage with its thatched roof. Thatched roof mean a house roof made by plants materials stood on the distant. It was sole property of a poor D'Urberville family. The head of the family, John D'Urberville, was ordinary seller of things who had to earn the bread for 8 members of the family, including his wife John and his 16-year-old eldest daughter Tess, her younger sister Eliza. Tess is the daughter of John D'Urberville, and Eliza Lou is the sister of Test. Abraham is also the brother of Test, and Miss D'Urberville is a mother of Test. These characters involved from one family. Three families are involved here. Directly narration is speaking. So Eliza Lou and the 3 sons and the 2 daughters more. One day John D'Urberville was returning home after selling the thing. A parson, Frencham, meet him on the way. The priest respectfully addresses him as Sir John and told him on the way and told him that he was descended from an ancient knight's family of D'Urbervilles. Now he is belonged from D'Urberville family, but the parson told him that you are belongs from D'Urbervilles, and this is the actual scene where the story can turn from one hand to another. You are belong from the ancient knight's family, D'Urbervilles. He start after that. He thinking too much high, and he sit idle and did not want to work, and he start drinking. Next morning he was unable to take a cart of polders to the town to sell their things. Test has been the eldest daughter and is sold to take the place of her father and do his job. I want to tell you a very important thing about Test, about how delicate she has, why she takes such intentions. I must want to tell you about these things, but first of all, you need to understand the story. After that, I will telling you about the Hardy, what a Hardy want, and this the next time what a temperament Hardy gave to Test. So being an eldest daughter, she take the place of her father and said that I want to start this job. It was yet dark and she started to drive the cart to the town. Unfortunately, in the accident with another cart, their beloved horse Prince died. And in fact, it was not the prince who died, it was their breadwinner that died. Starvation was now inevitable, but John D'Urberville and his pride of belonging D'Urbervilles would not mind these things. Tess, who had herself responsible For the death of the prince, wanted to something, a new horse, wanted to purchase a new horse. Her mother asked her to go to D'Urberville's family and Trentridge to claim the kingship. Where I told you that the story is place first of all in a Marlott, the test born in a Marlott, and then she want to came to Trentridge to claim that they are kings and they are knights. So their mother insists to go there and claim the kingship. Forced by circumstances, Test went there. A blind old lady offered her to work in a poultry farm. The son of the old lady, Alec D'Urberville, is only spoiled son of the lady offered to her to love. However, one night circumstances against her and he violated his chastity. Unable to leave a mystery of Alec, she returned to Marlott. Test returned to Marlott with tears and told her story to her mother. She also gave a birth to a son who could not live long. His death kept Test to forget the past that was torture her for some time. The story it was on the lips of the villager, but times is a great healer, and gradually she learned smile back on to her lips. Through her temperament became changed after 2 years later. She again started loud again and went to Talbot here, then the diary poem. Here he again meet a man, Angel Care. First, when he was in a D'Urberville's in a Trentridge, he meet Alec D'Urberville's, a rude boy who heard the chastity of this girl, and she have born a baby, a child. His name was Sorrow. This is because they kept the name of Sorrow because he brings a lot of sorrow into Test's life. So she went to Talbot she obtained a job in a dairy as a dairy maid and a very big dairy farm. Here she fell in love with Angel Clare, and the youngest son of the nearest Orthodox Persian family. With passing of the time, their love became deeper, and one day Angel Clare proposed Test, but she felt that she is not fit for him. Her past always come before her eyes. I will tell you about how dedicated girl Test was after the synopsis of the novel. Before her marriage, she wrote a letter, but unfortunately, the letter slept on his room and slid under the carpet. And then went and they were married on the wedding night, encouraged by Angel's story that he once involved with a woman senior to him in an age. This is why she felt that she told her story. Female may, but male would not forgive. He left her and went to Brazil. The little amount given by him was soon punished, and Test was again exposed to starvation. Due to her self-respect, she couldn't go to the Angel parents, and due to Angel defame, she could not accept it indoor work. One day, she returning home from work, she heard a preaching of a Christianity man. When she approached him to listen his sermon, he was astonished to see that it was Alec who had become a convert. She would not stay there and let her wear, but Alec seen her. He left her sermon and ran up to her. He tried with his religion grab. He know her family and went there, told her that Angel never came to you again. Tess remained calm and wrote a long, passionate letter to Angel, asking to return soon. Angel did not return. Suddenly, her mother fell ill. She ran to Marlotte again to see her mother, ignoring the agreement according to which she was bound to work in appeal. Then strange thing happened to her. Instead of her mother, her father died as he was the last man to return the property. Therefore, thereafter, the death they asked to vacate the house. Hearing up what happened, Alec also come try to seduce with his promises. Test was not agree with him. She wrote again a letter to Angel but did not reply. And now the only way for Test was to yield to Alec. On the other side, Angel failed on his ventures in Brazil. Now the hard life aboard had changed his concept of morality and realized that he had been unjust to his wife. Came back, searching Test by some source. He knew that she was and living in a Derby Wells. The angel went there. Test, who coolly refused to come since it was too late. With heavy heart, he walked to the station. The train was to come after 1 hour, so he started on foot to the next station. Meanwhile, and her house, Tess went upstairs, weeping and billing helpless. After some time, when intoxication, Alec abused Angel. That was not bearable for Tess. She saw a knife before her, and then her Polly stabbed him to the death with the knife. Thereafter, she ran to the Angel Clare. They meet with all the emotion and walk together. They live for 6 days, the happiest day of their lives. Next day, Tess was captured after legal prosecutions. She was hanged. She had asked Angel the name of their love to marry her younger sister.